I play with words all the time because in my mind as an author and as a lecturer and as a leader, words create better work, but we got to use those words better. Now, the words functional and wellness have been around forever, and when you slam them together, I think it might raise the bar a little bit because wellness is a moving target. Everybody thinks they got it mastered. I came out of PT school thinking all my patients would leave me healthy and well. But most of the time when we release you from rehabilitation, you still got risk factors that says you're probably going to be back quicker than somebody who wasn't having those risk factors. So we've got huge clarity on this moving target called movement by putting the word functional in front of it, because the first thing it made us do is track standards. Not check range of motion and stability, look at behavioral movement patterns and see, even if you got enough flexibility, how come you still can't squat? Even though you got enough stability, how come you still got low back pain? So we really wanted to put the word functional in front of movement, and 20 years later, oh my gosh, we've learned so much about movement and the behavioral patterns that are considered favorable and unfavorable. What happens if we put the word functional in front of wellness? Well, wellness is a soft term, and when I use the word wellness, most people think it's that thing we do at the YMCA for older people or a retirement community in Florida. But that's what we introduced to the NFL a number of years ago, and it made it to the combine. This station that's not really healthcare and not really fitness, because they're doing an NFL combine over here checking your capacities, and they're already doing a physical over here checking your vitals, okay? Your state of readiness, okay? Or your state of conditioning. And most of the questions I get are in one of those two things. But functional wellness is your state of risk. And that means you may feel fine right now and you may feel ready to go and you may have even passed your fitness test. But you've got a few risk factors that say this is not going to go as well for you as other people. Does that mean you're going to get injured? No. It simply means you probably won't adapt as quickly and you will get left behind because you're in the wrong space to fix what you need to fix. So I think that we didn't call this wellness when we were working with the military or when we were working with pro teams, but that's exactly what it was, because unfortunately, there's a silo in healthcare and there's a silo in fitness, and there's a lot of people lost just bouncing back and forth between there because nobody has time to rehab you and remove all your risk factors. And most people who are selling you conditioning don't have time to look at the simple stuff. And that's exactly what we did with the hardest charging bodies in the world, but it doesn't mean it won't work for patients and clients and everything like that. So we know that we don't have enough time in healthcare to get you completely well. But we know if we start a fitness journey with more conditioning markers than risk markers, we're probably not going to have the result we want. So I want to put words to work. And we can't ever let these two words fly by again and think we know what they are, because if you can't tell me the 16 risk factors that are probably going to set you up for a problem, or if you can't tell me the lifestyle that's going to complicate even the best exercise programs, then you don't understand wellness. And it's okay, because neither did I. But I crawled down a rabbit hole, I wrote that book, and I told pros how to do that in almost every environment to get out of this silo and make your reach go all the way across this thing both ways. So what I want to do is talk through that, put some words to work, and make sure everything we look at is functional, because functional means good enough.